Oh, we are live! How are we, lads? Come on, the footy! The footy spot! Guys, subscribe to the channel. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Yeah! The Cowboys win it! Woo! Having a party, Nick's having a party, Nick's having a party. Titans are coming last. Titans are coming last. The Titans are coming last. The Cowboys in the top 4. The Titans are coming last. Holy fuck. The Titans are coming last. Sam, how are you, bro?
I'm very well, mate. Not as good as you, but it's good to be back talking to you again, mate.
Oh, my God. The Titans are coming last. Help me, you can't. I can't help it. The Titans are coming last.
Oh, mate.
Get the fucking beers. Oh, my God. Now, I am a little bit mad that Parramatta did let me down for 8 from 8, but it's a rivalry game. Bulldogs were always going to be up for this. Obviously, the story is going to be Josh Adokar trying to get his way back into the Origin team and the Bulldogs winning. But, mate, the real story today is the Titans are coming last.
Oh, man. It's crazy. No one. I didn't pick Titans to be in the top 8, but we're halfway through the season now, and the Gold Coast are last. Wow.
Look at the live ladder. Last.
Yep.
Look at that. 16 Titans. Hang on. What's their record? 3-11.
Bloody hell, man.
What an embarrassment of a fucking club. Top 8 last year. Now they're coming last.
Well,
Mate,
I'll tell you what, the
I'm
Titans put in a better performance this weekend than the Parramatta Eels just did, mate.
Oh, fuck. Nah, fuck them. They're coming last, so fuck them. Good riddance to them. Titans are in relegation zone. Poor cunts.
Mate, this upset win by the Bulldogs it's kind of flipped the season on its head now, hasn't it?
Yes, definitely.
Yeah.
Definitely. There's fucking... I reckon there's 5 teams that could win the wooden spoon right now. You got the Titans, the Bulldogs, the Warriors, the Knights, and the Tigers.
Yeah, sure.
There's only one game between last and fucking 12th anyway.
Yep. I would say that the Bulldogs over the past couple of weeks have definitely changed and improved since they sacked Trent Barrett. So kudos to Mick Potter and everybody at the club for getting a win, man. That's got to be better than their 38-0 win over the Tigers last year, better than their Roosters win earlier this season. That's their best win in maybe 3 seasons for the Canterbury Bankstown Bulldogs. So congratulations to you guys. And Parramatta Eels, mate, it must have been a mixture of the Origin stars being overly sore and a long time since Parramatta's last game, since they copped a bye round last week. So, yeah, man, Eels, bro, what is happening?
I remember at Magic Round, when I was hanging out with Entertain House, because obviously we were at the same hotel, I'm not sure if it was an Instagram live or a YouTube live stream somewhere, I said the Parramatta Eels are the most overrated team in the NRL. And fuck did I cop it. I had private DMs. I had people on the live chat saying, Nick, you fucking idiot. How can you say Parramatta are the most overrated team in the NRL? Well, to all the people out there that said that I was wrong, you can suck my dick. They are the most overrated team in the NRL. How can you beat Melbourne, Penrith, but you can't even beat the fucking Dogs and the Tigers.
Yeah,
It makes
and
zero
now
sense.
they're sitting in sixth, and it just that's amazing to me, man, because I thought they'd be well entrenched in fourth, but no, Brisbane Broncos have won 7 in a row and going good, but Parramatta, man,
Sharks are
holy
in front of
crap.
them now because of Sharks are in front of them now
Mm-hmm.
because of for and against.
Yep.
Now, look, I am really good friends with a lot of Parramatta fans. I want Parramatta to succeed. I want them to win the Premiership just to shut everyone up. Just win a comp. But they're not going to win a comp this year. They're not going to win fuck all. No way. No way.
There's two ways to look at this massive loss today, man. Is that one, you put a red line through their Premiership chances. That's the first line. And the other way that you can look at it is that this is the embarrassing loss that they had to have. And now they go on a rip and tear throughout the rest of the year. But how do you trust that to happen? So, yeah, dude, I don't blame anyone for putting a red line through them this year, bro.
Not going to do shit. Clint Gutherson, overrated. Mitchell Moses, overrated. Reid Marnie's performance today proved why he's not in the Origin team too. And Isaiah Papali'i at lock. I mean, are you fucking stupid? Put him in the back row where he's been killing it all year. Why wouldn't you start Ryan Madison at lock?
Absolutely agreed, mate. You made that point a couple of weeks ago, and I absolutely agree with you. I don't know why Papali'i's been shifted into the lock when he's a much better edge forward.
Marcus Sevo had no idea what he was doing. From what I understand, he's played 3 games of New South Wales Cup and killed it. Again, New South Wales Cup. It's a shit competition. Sevo was killing it there. First game in, defensively was very, very poor today. Exposed a lot. Their full pack was rolled. Tavita Pangai Jr. got under their skin, which is what he loves to do. And when you're playing Tavita Pangai Jr. in the middle, he's going to get under your skin. And Parramatta, they fell for it. They got mad. Mitchell Moses got upset. Matt Burton threw the ball at his fucking head. Burton threw him on his ass with fucking Aaron Schoff, I think. Ridiculous. Parramatta.
Sorry, man. I got 2 responses to that. So, first of all, in my opinion, they tried to have Bailey Simonson and Will Penasini beat the Fox. And Wonga Blake, in the start of the year, was one of the better players for Parramatta. And Mike Sevo, it was his big return game. And I reckon 70% they threw the ball out to Bailey Simonson to try and have him beat Josh Addo-Carr, who absolutely blitzed it today. So I've got to give the devil his due. Josh Addo-Carr was really good today. I don't understand why the game plan coming into today from Brad Arthur was to try and have those young wingers try and beat the Fox when you got Wonga Blake and Micah Sevo lining up against Corey Allen and Jacob Carraz. It's baffling to me, bro, for sure, man.
Crazy. Absolutely crazy. And at half-time, I thought, okay, 16-0 down. Para get 1 try back. They can come back and win this. 16-0 is not much of a lead these days, as we all know.
Yep.
Well, they didn't do it. The Bulldogs just kept going, and I know Addo-Carr had a bit of an injury scare towards the end of that game. He got taken off. He had ice go straight onto his leg or something. I don't know what it was. I hope it's not serious. I think he probably just sore. But like fuck, man. Like,
do you know what's crazy, Nick? Is that it was ruled a no try. The Parramatta crossed the line first in this game, man. And it went down Wonga, and it was Wonga Blake that crossed the line first. So they actually did go to them early on in the contest, and they didn't go back to them for about 40, 50 minutes, bro.
Yeah. No, they're crazy. They're fucking crazy. We will get more into the review in just a sec, but I need a time out because we have a $5 super chat from our good friend King_Julian_96, aka our good friend Gold Nename, and he is not holding back. He says, Titans are last. Suck it, BKR and Clarkie. Your team is awful. Let's celebrate. Well, mate, thank you very much for the $5 super chat. You might want to get your spelling correct, mate. I think you spelled awful the wrong way, but that's all good. I get you're excited. And yes, Titans are last. Suck a dick. They suck. And I hope I get the wooden spoon. Thank you for the $5 super chat. King_Jillian, my good friend. Thank you very much. Back on the game. Adokar hat trick. Has Adokar got his Origin jersey back?
Yeah. Yeah, for sure, man. Absolutely.
It looks like it, doesn't it? Because with Daniel Tupou putting his, pledging himself to Tonga. Yep. New South Wales need another winger. Oh, and guess what? Adokar is available, so maybe Adokar will get the pick, bro. Would you pick Adokar? Or would you go someone else?
No way. I wouldn't go anybody else. Look, I think he should have been first in line anyway, in my opinion. And Daniel Tupou, I think he's a great player, but I think defensively over the weekend against the Melbourne Storm, he was pretty bloody bad, to be honest with you. So Josh Adokar, especially if Tupou says yes to Tonga, Origin spot for sure.
Well, everybody reckons Adokar should be the New South Wales winger. Guess what? I don't.
Oh, gee whiz, you bloody entrapped me there, mate, like a huntsman, bro. Who would you put in there?
I'd go someone else, and I think I'm about to make the chat go wild. You know who I would pick?
Who?
I would pick Joseph Sawali.
No, look, I don't disagree. I like the kid. He had a lot of negativity surrounding him before his debut, and it was sort of a little bit hard to like him because of how much media was around him when he did debut. But fuck, he rips and tears, man. He really does. He does have a great go, and he's been in great form. But I don't know, man. Just Josh Adokar, I think you just got to show him a bit of respect and loyalty. But I get where you're coming from. I really do.
I'd love to see him get picked. I think he deserves an opportunity. He was just in Origin camp as well. He was just literally in the squad. Adokar had his best game of the season, but you got to remember as well, we've played 14 games in the season. How many games this year has Adokar had better than Sawali? Maybe 3. Sawali's been pretty good all year, and he just came out of the Origin camp. And Queensland picked Selwyn Cobbo. Everybody bagged Queensland for doing it. There's a lot of unfair media attention on Joseph Sawali. Sawali is a very good young kid. He's going to be in the Origin team anyway in the next 10 to 15 years. Why not blood him now? Why not?
I don't know. What happens, mate.
I don't have a problem with it.
Either or, you're going to be winning, mate. I think aerially Sawali will be better than Josh Adokar, but
especially in the air.
See what happens.
And if you're looking for another tall, lanky guy that can do a job on someone like Cobbo or someone like the Hammer or Val Holmes, whoever plays on that wing spot now with Xavier Coates been ruled out, they'll do a job. I don't want to talk too much about Origin, but with Tupou being ruled out with height advantage, I don't know if I want to go Adokar. I don't know if I want to go Sawali. I'll throw in a dark horse because we'll get into this game.
Yeah, man.
Hasn't been in great form this year, but wouldn't shock me if Jason Saab was considered because of his height.
Oh, he would be found out defensively so much.
Yeah, he would.
You know what I thought you would have said just then, man, is Alex Johnson.
Yeah, I'd love to say it, but it's never going to happen. It's the same as Jared Croker. As Jared Croker. He's never going to get picked.
Yeah.
But who knows? We'll talk about Origin another time. But fuck. Bulldogs 34, Eels 4.
Fuck.
Unexpected result today. I mean, I knew the Bulldogs would be up for this. I knew this game would be I knew the Bulldogs would be in this game and be very competitive, but 34-4, bro. Very unexpected.
Bro, do you know what everyone overlooked? Everyone overlooked that Queen's Birthday Monday games the Bulldogs have traditionally had, and they always, or at least 8 times out of 10, get up for the upset win over the Dragons of the last 8 or so years, man. And oh my God, what an ambush from the Canterbury Bankstown Bulldogs, bro. They were so good. Parramatta weren't good, but Bulldogs just best performance in years. Wow.
If I was Brad Arthur, I would go to the NRL in November when they're doing the draw, and I would say, take us off all Monday games. They got beat on Easter Monday by the Tigers, who were $10 to win. Tigers beat them by 1. They played the Bulldogs on another Monday, Queen's birthday Monday. Bulldogs were $5.50 before kickoff to win. They're paying about $15 to win 13 plus. Bulldogs by 30 would have been paying God knows what. Parramatta on Mondays, on public holidays, get them off the fucking, get them off it. Get them off it now. They are cursed on Mondays. Completely cursed.
Yeah, wow, that's true. Yeah, they've played 2 Monday games for 2 losses, bro. True.
Public holidays, they suck.
Yeah.
Parramatta on public holidays absolutely suck. It's like, I don't know. It's just fucked. It's awful. It's like mixing Coca-Cola with orange juice. It's not good.
Well, just quickly, man. Like, did you prefer it over the Dragons?
Yeah, because the crowd was always going to be a good one because it's Dogs Eels. But yeah, I probably do prefer it over Dogs Dragons. Yeah,
for sure. And you mentioned in the green room that if it was at CommBank, it would have been completely sold out. Completely sold out. I was just going to say the same
thing. I said, you played at Bank West or CommBank, whatever the fuck it's called nowadays. You'd probably get a sellout. I mean, I think there was about 20,000, 21,000 there, which is pretty good for a cool stadium, which doesn't get much of a big crowd except for Origin night or Grand Final night or even in the finals. But 21,000 or whatever it was for a Dogs Eels game, which is, in my opinion, the second biggest rivalry in the game. I think it's very good. They've done well.
Do you think it's good, mate? I'm a little bit disappointed, man. It's a public holiday. As you said, arguably the second biggest rivalry in the game. I agree with that statement.
You know why? You know why it's a bad crowd? You know why it doesn't look good on TV? Because it's at a core stadium. And people hate getting to the ground. I mean, I went down to Sydney a few weeks ago. I went to a core stadium for Souths Tigers and get on this train, get off at this platform, get on another one and all this. You got to do about 2 or 3 changeovers, and it's a bit of a carry-on to get there.
Yeah.
You know, I've spoken to Rugby History about this privately, and I said, what's it like to go from, say, I don't know, Parramatta to Stadium Australia, or from, I don't know, North Sydney to Stadium Australia? And it is a bit of a carry-on to get there, and it's not cheap going there, bro. I went there, I got a Coke from there and some hot chips. Cost me about fucking $15 just about. So it's expensive. It's a carry-on to get there.
Yeah,
that's why people never go to the ground. But like we said before, play at Bank West, you're guaranteed to sell out. It's a better time.
Yep, absolutely agreed, man.
Even at Belmore would have been good. Even at Belmore.
People would have been climbing over each other for sure, man.
Mate, I was at Belmore for Dogs Dragons a few weeks ago, and it was practically sold out. And on the hill there, people were going mental. So you could imagine. You could imagine that today between these 2 rivals would have been on.
Yep,
mate. Averillo at fullback. I said a while ago. I don't know if you remember this, Sam. I said Jake Averillo would make a very good fullback. I think he's got a lot of great ball playing about him. He has what it takes to be a fullback. He has the ball playing. He has the kicking game. And today, the bloke was class. Fuck me. You might as well fucking make me the next coach of the Bulldogs. I called Averillo a fullback at the start of the season.
Gee whiz. No, mate. You and I have spoken about Jake Averillo a couple of times this year, and both of us have said that he is not a halfback. We don't know why he was persisted in that role. He is either a centre, winger, or look, Matt Duffy was there, and so automatically we all assumed that he shouldn't have been the fullback. But today, man, Averillo, I've always liked Averillo. Whenever I've said he's not a good halfback, it's not a bag on his actual skills and talent. It's the wrong position for him. And today, he could be the long-term fullback solution, and he could be a very cheap solution for the Bulldogs as well, who need a cheap option in their squad at the moment.
I'm 99% confident. I said at the start of the year in my Bulldogs or in my season preview, I said if Duffy doesn't work out at fullback, which he clearly hasn't, I said Averillo could develop and transition into a good fullback. He's got the ball playing, he's got the kicking game. Well, fuck me. I think I'm a genius because I think I'm nailed that one right on the money. Because look at him right now. Today, he was the best player on the field by a mile, in my opinion.
I said before, I think Edo Carr probably was. He was just damaging every time he went near it. But no, Averillo had a sensational game, man, for sure.
Well, what about that intercept he got? Reminded me of Darius Port against the Bulldogs back in the day.
Great anticipation from Jake Averillo to get onto that Regan Campbell-Gillard pass. That was never on. Just quietly, man, I'd probably put in an argument that Kyle Flanagan had his hands on Isaiah Papali'i before he received the ball or whatever.
It did seem like that, didn't it? It did seem like that. It did look like that. I saw a replay after time and go, hang on, is there a hand on that first?
Absolutely, man.
Bunker didn't even look at it. Well, fuck. Paul Vaughan, Matt Duffy, supposedly going to Wigan next year or Warrington, one of the two sides.
Right.
Paul Vaughan today played like it wasn't going anywhere. Played outstanding.
Well, what I'll do, man, I'm going to bring up the stats, bro. I'm going to check it out because apparently, I don't know, man. I didn't really take notice of Paul Vaughan, the Savo, but he seemed to have been involved in quite a bit of it, man.
He had a great game, Paul Vaughan. I think he had about 100 and something meters. I can't remember off the top of my head. Max King, another one I should mention as well. He had a great game, Max King.
Yeah, Maxi King was involved. Yeah, yep.
It was very good. Pangai Jr. Fuck, how good was he today, Pangai Jr.?
Yeah, Pangai Jr.
Pushing boundaries, doesn't he?
He boiled, but he didn't overspill the pot, if you get what I mean, man.
Surprised me. What about that winger, Jacob Kiraz? He had 229 meters.
Mate, doesn't he look good? He looks like the Bulldogs' best young prospect in a little while, man. He looks great.
Him and Aaron Schoff.
Aaron Schopp is another one that comes to the boil a little bit too, man. But I like Schopp. Yeah.
Whoever takes over as the Bulldogs head coach, which I have read rumors that Brad Fittler will be announced as the Bulldogs head coach on Wednesday. Whether that happens or not remains to be seen.
I would like to address that, bro. Literally 2 hours after I saw the exact same thing, it came out that was just a Facebook group page rumor that was falsely advertised that Buzz Rothfield
is a rumor
out there. So
his name is definitely in the hat. His name is
in the hat. Yeah, but what you're referring to today, that apparently Buzz Rothfield came out with a story saying that Wednesday there's going to be confirmation that Fittler is going to be the coach. No, that's folly.
Well, the Buzz is reporting that, and then the tweet being removed. There's definitely something going on. So, I mean, Gus works at the Dogs. He works close with Brad Fittler at Channel 9. If Freddie does take the Bulldogs job, it wouldn't be the worst thing on the planet, but it'd be a big job. It'd be a big job.
Yep.
But I suppose the positive thing, if Brad Fittler were to agree to the job, he would be able to attract players quite easily, considering he's the Blues coach.
Yeah, he definitely can, man. But I don't know how much more cap space that he could try and lure more players in with. You know.
Well, if Paul Vaughan goes, which I think he will, if Duffy goes, which I think he'll be gone in a couple of weeks. If Kyle Flanagan goes, and Marshall King's going, they are getting a bit of money in the cap. I know they're getting money and kick out next season. They're not that far away from being back in that top 8. I think they're closer to the top 8 than they are the Wooden Spoon.
For this year, man, I had the Bulldogs as Wooden Spoon. And at the moment, man, they're playing with a lot of pride in the jersey, or they're playing with some good pride in the jersey, especially since they sacked Trent Barrett.
I think the Bulldogs in the next 1 to 2 years will be closer to top 8 than they will be in the bottom 4. That's the vibe I'm getting from the Dogs.
No, they're coming from way too far down the world to be sort of challenging next year, for sure.
Yeah, maybe they'll be around the 8 next year. Who knows? I mean, look at the Cowboys last 4 years, bottom fucking 4. This year we're in 3rd, for fuck's sake, out of nowhere. So it can happen. Yeah,
dude.
Get in. Fucking get in.
We gotta be careful. We can't change it. We can't change it to Cowboys talk.
2022 Premiers, here we come.
That's it.
But the Dogs today were very good, and it was a well-deserved win.
Nick, just to evolve from that point, then, man.
Yeah.
Parramatta, I've always had as somebody in line to maybe even make a grand final appearance for 2022. After
Yeah.
that, bro, I don't have them making the grand final anymore, bro.
I don't
And
blame you.
now I think it is a 3-horse race between Penrith, Melbourne, and North Queensland, bro. Honestly,
I would throw a few other teams in that. I reckon.
okay.
I'd throw the Sharks in there as much as a bit up and down as they have been. I think they'll be
Very up and
okay.
down, man. Yeah.
They have been a bit patchy, but every team we'll go through it. Everyone, Broncos will go through it. I don't know if Brisbane are contenders. They need to beat a top team first. They haven't beat Penrith, Melbourne, Cowboys. They haven't beaten any of them yet. They haven't beat Roosters. They have beaten South. They have beaten Cronulla, but they haven't beaten anyone else yet. They need to beat a top team first.
Mm-hmm.
Cowboys already beaten the top team, so it's easy for us to say that. Same with Cronulla. I don't know. I just feel Cronulla. I reckon they are a contender. I don't know. It's weird. But I don't know. It's gonna be interesting to see what happens. I mean, at the moment, there's a few teams that look like they can't win the comp, but all it takes is for fucking 1 or 2 good wins, and they're back with the fucking top side. So who knows? But Parramatta, bro. Are you worried about them? Because at the start of the year, I had them out of my top 8. They're currently 8-5. I mean, they're probably one or two losses away from being out of the 8, depending on other results.
Mm-hmm.
Can Parramatta miss the finals?
Yeah, they can after that performance today, but I'm going to choose that they will make the top 8. And there's still a possibility at this moment of being a top 4 team as well, man. So as I said at the start of this, they can go one or two ways now. They can completely fall in a heap, or they can fire up after being embarrassed by the last place Bulldogs, the Savo, and go on a massive run for the rest of the year. So next week against the Sydney Roosters, man, huge game.
Huge game. Fucking huge game. Do you think Mitchell Moses needs to wake up to himself a little bit, mate?
Bro, so we saw in the last maybe 7 odd minutes of that game that if he scored this try, it probably would have been about 28 points to 10 with about 7 minutes to go. They probably wouldn't have won, but it still gives them just that faint bit of hope there, bro. And everyone's been going on about Mitchell Moses being more of a mature player this year. And yeah, he probably is. But in that moment, he nonchalantly was going to put the ball down for a try. And Matt Burton comes around and makes sure that Moses knocks the ball on. I lost my mind, man. That was such an immature fashion to try and put the ball down from Moses that cost his team any sort of hope of getting back into that game. That was a terrible moment from Mitchell Moses, and everyone should remember that for the rest of the year, man, because if there's another situation like it and he does it again, don't be surprised by it. You be surprised if he actually does the mature thing and put that ball down a lot more quicker. That was an awful, disrespectful, terrible play by Mitchell Moses, not getting that ball down quicker at the end of the game there, bro. It was terrible, Nick.
It would have been an 18-point game with 8 minutes to go, which 3 tries in 8 minutes. It is still a tough ask, but it would have given him a lot of confidence.
It's doable.
The Matt Burton, the effort to get there and stop that, just it's so good. Everyone loves that shit. Coaches, CEOs, they all love that shit.
Yep. They play the Parramatta Eels, the entire collective. They didn't want to get physical today at all. At all today, bro. And that's the one thing Brad Arthur asked of them at the start of the game, and they didn't do it, bro. So no, really disappointing stuff from Parramatta Eels today, bro.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Mate, do you well look, obviously the Dogs, they did what they had to do. It was a rivalry game. The Bulldogs were always going to be up for this. Do you think Parramatta will bounce back next week against the Roosters? I know it's tough to say right now, but will they bounce back next week?
They have to, mate. Honestly. And will they? Oh, it's too hard to say. I've got to see what
Roosters,
the team news are like.
Roosters without Keary.
Roosters going to be without Keary. It's tough to say how they're going to go next week, man. But you'd like to think that they're going to, it's a flip of the coin. But you like to think that they're going to come out firing because of how embarrassed.
Absolute flip of the coin type game, that one. I'm intrigued to see how it goes. But now, well done to the Bulldogs on a 34 points to 4 win. Sam, mate, you man the match from the game. You man the match.
Yeah, I've got to give it to Josh Adokar, man. Like, they tried to have Simonson beat Josh Adokar, and the Fox said not today. Knowing in the back of his head that he's got a New South Wales Origin spot on the line. And my silver medalist would be, I'd go Matt Burton. I thought his kicking game was exemplary today. And I'd go my bronze medalist, Jake Averillo.
Yeah, my man in the match, I'd go with Averillo. I think Averillo was outstanding. Adokar would be probably second best on ground. And after that, I'd go probably Pangai Jr.
Yep.
Forney was great as well. But Parramatta, lot to work on. Bulldogs will take a very desperate win over the Eels. Sam, mate, that might conclude the Monday football review, mate. Thanks for coming on tonight.
No worries, man. It's been a long time since you and I have done something together, so this was really fun. Thank you, dude.
No worries, bro. And if you're a Parramatta fan out there, well, go and drink yourself to sleep. That was a tough afternoon for Parramatta. And Bulldogs, well, they'll be having a party.
And
sure.
well deserved. Well deserved.
Well deserved win. Parramatta just weren't at their best today. The Bulldogs were up for the rivalry game, and Parramatta just clearly weren't up for it. But anyway, guys, that's going to conclude the Monday football review for round 14 of the 2022 NRL season. The second biggest rivalry is all done. Bulldogs 34, Eels 4. Anyway, we're getting out of here. Like, subscribe, do all that good shit. And see you guys in the next one.